Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Trade Talks Live. I am Roger Wakefield. I've been a plumber for over 45 years, and I learned a long time ago that if you'll get up every day and study your niche, your industry, your trade, your profession, for 30 minutes to an hour, you can move up to be in the top 5% of your industry anywhere, because most people aren't doing that. Now, it's going to help you. And it's not so you know everything about everything. It's so there's less out there that you don't know anything about. And we truthfully think by getting up and studying and learning and growing, you can bring more value to your company, but therefore you can make more money because you are going to bring more value. And we do this each and every day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. What happened over here? Who clicked on this?
Somebody's trying to fix.
Hold on, guys. We're still here, just so y'all know.
Yeah, we are here.
We are still here.
Scroll down. Scroll down.
Here we
Click
go.
thanks for watching, please.
Yeah. Not sure who hit that, but thank y'all very much. So, hey, when you got a team behind you helping take care of everything, sometimes it helps. The good thing is it does work. Now, we do this every day at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, except for major holidays, unavoidable travel days, and sometimes they happen. Sometimes it's Squirt by himself. Sometimes it's me by myself, because sometimes the other one is doing things that we just can't get out of. And yeah, I called him Squirt. You see that I am not here alone.
That's it. I'm Henry Wakefield, a.k.a. Squirt, as you see on the screen, as you hear through your ears. 20-year pipe fitter by trade. Man, family full of plumbers. Love what I get to do now. I get to run one of the best leak detection companies. Mm-hmm. In the country, I mean, in the world,
it is what it
all
is.
of the above. Why not? And we would like to thank LeakPro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks, where we build the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. And I always tell everybody, check out the complete kit at our website, leak.pro. That complete kit, it's a business in a box. It comes with both pieces of equipment that we build, that probe for your outdoor, that meter to the home service, irrigation lines, anything like that. But then that sidekick for when you go inside, you're listening through a slab, concrete, anywhere. That sidekick eliminates the layer of concrete so you can pinpoint locate the leak. So check out the complete kit at our website, leak.pro, or give me a call at 1-8888-LEAK-PRO, because I also offer training so you can learn how to use that equipment.
And guys, we get to do this every day because of what I started doing on YouTube 7.5 years ago. And I walked into a conference to figure out how to grow my business. And I realized, wow, there's something out here I've never even thought of. And it was YouTube. When a guy walked on stage and said, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, I almost walked out. I thought, this guy's nuts. He doesn't know anything about YouTube. It's just where I store videos. And then his next words were, and it's owned by Google, the largest search engine in the world. I thought, well, why aren't I doing things on YouTube? So a month later, we started. So anybody here can go to YouTube, search plumbing, and you're going to find me. What would that do for you, your industry, your niche, your profession, your business, whatever it is? I teach people how to do that. And it doesn't take a lot of fancy equipment to start. It doesn't take a lot of subs, followers, views, any of that. It just takes getting started. So if you want to learn more about it and get started on YouTube, go to justmetroger.com. Check it out. It's what it's all about. And if you've got a business and you want a business operating system that helps you grow your business the way you want to grow it, not the cookie cutter way the best practice groups tell you you have to do it to grow it, go check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com. All right, we're going to jump right into national news. And national news is big because there's lots of money involved here. Lots of money. A $1 billion federal funding for bridge retrofits across the Midwest river crossings. Now, man, I've been up around it. It's beautiful. I just got to tell you, it's neat. But when you think about how old a lot of these bridges are, then you're glad they're spending billions of dollars to fix it. So big news out of the Department of Transportation. It's already been released for bridge retrofits across Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois. Now, this isn't just patchwork. These projects focus on full deck replacements, corrosion mitigation, and steel reinforcement. It means iron workers, rebar installers, welders, they're all going to see a big demand for the next 2 to 3 years. And inspections, well, The NDT certified pros are about to be busier than ever. Now, that's who also does the inspections on pipes, like welding. They come in, do NDT testing, X-ray it, all kinds of cool stuff. But a similar project in Kentucky created 1,500 jobs. So expect the same ripple effect here.
That's it. I'm glad to see this is going on because I can remember a few years ago when I headed to California to go learn LeakPro. One of the bridges had washed out and disappeared. The whole one direction had dropped. And Terry's like, hey, I hope you're not coming this way. Luckily, it wasn't the path I was taking. The whole bridge is gone. And I think it's because of things like that. That's why they're looking at a lot of these bridges throughout the country and going, okay, let's get these fixed before they actually are a major problem issue.
And guys, look, I've seen it happen here in Dallas. And it's just, this stuff's got to be fixed. Yeah. All right, so we're going to roll right over into the bottom line. Reducing insurance premiums with documented safety programs. Now, Randy talks about knowing your multiplier, why it's important when it comes to estimating, to bidding jobs, things like that. But contractors are leaving money on the table when it comes to insurance. The insurers are rewarding companies that can prove that they've got active safety programs. Now, we're talking documented textbook, documented toolbox talks, sign-in sheets, digital safety apps. There was an HVAC company that saved over $80,000 a year just by logging weekly training. Guys, it's a little bit of paperwork. For 80 grand a year, you can hire someone to document it. A little paperwork or a digital trail can mean 5 to 15% cut in your premiums and fewer headaches when OSHA comes around. If you can show them, look, guys, we do the training. We document the training. Here's where they sign in. Here's where they check in digitally. Here's where they do this. Here's where they do that. Guys, it works. Number one, you're saving people's lives. But number two, you're documenting it.
That's it. Just like your car insurance. If you go for that updated refresher on driving safety.
Wait, we don't do that.
Well, I don't ever go do it. You're right. But I could do it and save some on my insurance.
Yeah, if we're talking saving 80 grand a year, we'd all be doing it.
That's I was going to say, we're talking saving some insurance on my car. Okay, 10 to 15%, not very big. Business insurance? That's a whole nother world.
I got a question. When you're bidding a job, do you put line items in for like insurance for things like that? Because
so, for instance, here, okay, there was a big project we were doing. I was setting a $3.5 million piece of equipment just for our truck driver to be able to go over and take that piece of equipment, put it on the truck, and bring it to the job site for us to unload it. We had to get an insurance rider to be able to cover that just in case. That was an extra line item on the bid because that was out of normal circumstances.
Okay, but no, I'm not talking that part. Yep. I'm talking is there a percentage breakdown that's automatically, hey, look, we know that we spend $1 million a year on insurance. Do you extrapolate that out between jobs, or how do they recoup that, or is that just part of the overhead?
Okay. It's part of the overhead.
Okay, and I was asking, just seeing it that way makes you think about it. All right, so let's roll into safety. PPE fatigue. Now, I don't know if y'all saw the thumbnail for this, but sometimes more gear makes workers less safe. Now, Randy, this is one, when you pulled up that picture, I'm like, man, I feel like I've been there before.
Well, I was telling the team one night, LaQuina, she's been on a podcast on this channel before. She come one night, I was doing the data center. So it was our joke with the guys, like, let's be safe. So we had a collection of all the safety equipment total. We didn't have to use it all on the job. We had helicopter chin straps, everything. I put on every single piece of safety PPE that we could possibly get our hands on, welding sleeves. I was loaded down, and I looked pretty close to like our thumbnail.
The Pillsbury Doughboy.
So I come walking out, and she's just like, oh, God. And I said, look, am I safe enough? I don't know if I can really work because I can't move much, but I am as safe as I can possibly be, right? And she's just like, oh, my gosh. I said, don't you know could be the way of the future? I hope not, because I have to be able to do my job too. And that's the big joke here. But at what point is too much PPE hindering the safety, not helping it?
And a lot of people don't even think about it.
That's it.
But PPE fatigue, when workers are overloaded with gear, they actually move slower and take shortcuts because we know we're moving slower.
Yep.
It's like, hey, instead of walking all the way around here, I'm going to jump across this 4-foot gap because it's going to take me 5 minutes to walk all the way down there and back with all this on.
Yeah.
Heat stress skyrockets in the summer. Pipe fitters in refinery jobs often take off gloves when oversized gauntlets or things like that get in the way, guys. The answer isn't piling on more. It's matching the right PPE to the task and making sure it fits. Safety only works if people use it. When you start putting so much on and so much on them that it's like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to wear this today. My back hurts, my leg hurts, and putting this thing on weighs 10 more pounds, and I can't handle it today, so I'm going to skip it today.
Yeah.
You're in trouble then.
Well, like even, pipe fitters, you were talking there with the gauntlets. I had 4 or 5 different pairs of gloves in my box all the time.
Oh, yeah.
All different thicknesses and stuff, and I typically wear the light leather TIG gloves as much as I possibly could for everything until I got into something serious and needed something a little heavier duty, and then I'd switch. And then it's like, okay, which gloves do I switch to? You need a variety, though, because sometimes it is too much. Like, you think about the guy that's putting all the PPE on to do the high voltage tie-in.
Yeah.
He can only be in that suit for X amount of minutes.
Yep. Before it just wears him out.
Not hours. That's it. Before he's exhausted. Why? Because all this stuff in this heat that he's in, and he's keeping himself in this insulated suit to protect him, correct, because of the work he's doing, but it limits the time. And this is what we have to think about when we're thinking about making our guys safe on the job.
Absolutely. All right. Squirt says, happy effing Friday, everyone. Stay safe before an amazing weekend ahead.
That's it.
Helping Hands Handyman Services says, happy FOF, y'all. It has arrived.
So glad.
Absolutely. Says Henry, let's go. And trying to get there too, it's just time consuming. Man, life is time consuming. Everything. El Cruz says, great info. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being in here. Says, I literally had to cancel my insurance yesterday with Next because they started gouging me. You got to watch your numbers. Didn't even have $1 million policy. They raised the policy to more than $2,300. Man. Yeah, they coming after you.
They do.
They will. Hey, they're in the business to do one thing: make money.
Yeah.
Make money and save money.
As much of it as they can and send as little out as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it happens.
That's
I'm just
it.
telling y'all, it does happen.
And guys, don't forget, it is Friday, so stay a little focused this afternoon because most accidents happen Friday afternoon or first thing Monday morning. Stay focused on what we've got ahead of us first.
Now, this is interesting. We're going to move into new construction. And Chicago just announced 2 new mass timber high-rises. Now, this is major office projects using engineered wood as the primary structure. Now, why timber? Well, it's lighter, faster to assemble, and it carries big sustainability points. Now, there's Forest Stewardship Council. If your wood comes from there, it's like, man, this is the greenest grown wood there ever is. Prefab sections mean shorter crane times, and architects are claiming 30% carbon reduction compared to steel. Guys, crews still need new fastening and fireproofing skills and stuff like that. Yep. But projects like these in Portland and Milwaukee already prove that you can cut the build schedule by 20%. And guys, we understand, look, materials are your fixed cost. And I think everybody completely understands that. When you build a building, once you get that 100%, and they're doing lane construction these days, once you get that takeoff, here's everything it takes to do this job. Man, you can plug that in and say, okay, here's the cost of materials. The factor, the scary part, is the labor.
Yep. That's it. And if you can pay twice for the material and save half the labor, most jobs, depending on the material that you're actually buying, that's a win every single time, unless you're in pharmaceuticals and stuff, and then it's a whole different ballgame on the actual balance of the ratios there. But majority of projects, I feel like we talk a lot of press versus solder, all these things. Guess what? It cuts your labor by a good 50%. It is well worth that investment of that material because of the time savings there. Mm-hmm. Just like you said, labor is the scariest part of the whole bid.
That's the risk
factor. Yep.
That is the risk. The materials aren't. You know how much they are.
Yep.
And if you put your inclusion and exclusions right in your contract, you're covered for increased price fluctuations.
That's it.
But just be careful out there. All right, mindset growth. Why keeping a trade journal makes you a better leader. Now, here's something that old school people know all about, and it still works, and it's journaling. Write down your daily job site notes. What worked, what didn't, what did you do good, what did you do bad, what helped you speed up time, what cost you time. And you'll understand that builds patterns that you can learn from. One contractor avoided a $15,000 back charge just by referencing a journal entry from weeks earlier. It's not just about memory. It's about leadership, and it's about teaching the people under you. You need to be a good steward of the people there and a good steward of the job that you have and things like that, and learn how to document everything right. Teach them the right way to do it. Sharing your thought process with apprentices will give them a model to follow. Plus, it's great for mental health. You're documenting things. You don't have to worry about trying to remember every little detail from weeks and months ago.
That's it. Incident. When you go back to look at things, I learned this really from you out there at Great Wolf Lodge. And I'm going to teach y'all something real quick about this journal. You want it to be bound so that it can be a legal binding document if needed. And throwing that out there for y'all, this is one thing he taught me. My ex the other day, she's like, oh my gosh, I was reading through one of your journals back whenever you were working, and you were ruthless. Yeah, I was hungry back then. I had kids to feed. I was not as cool, calm, and collected as I am these days. I drove for it. But having those documents, being able to look back, what happened this day? Why did this get delayed? Oh, well, hold on. Here, let me check so-and-so was down here doing this. I wasn't able to even get into the area, and y'all told me I had to wait a week before I could touch it. Here you go.
Right.
Here's where you signed. Because that's what he taught me too is, oh, you want to delay? Here, I need your signature. Well, no, I ain't doing that. Well, then you can't delay me.
Get out of the way.
And it covered our butts. And that's the key thing with these journals, guys, is don't look at it as, oh, I got to write down everything I did. It will be so helpful later. It's well worth that time investment on that front end.
And the good thing is, look, dumping your frustrations on paper, it lets you get it out. And I know that sounds crazy, but if you're like, look, there, I wrote it all down. It's good. I'm covered. And then just let it go. Don't worry about it. If you keep that inside of you, especially on a Friday, Saturday and Sunday, you'll be walking around the house, wanting to kick the dog or something. It's like, man, he ain't doing nothing but laying there. Why are you kicking him? Because I'm mad at the freaking electrician. Again. Okay. Write it all down, document it, say, hey, you ain't going to cost me any money. I'm going to cover this with the general contractor.
Yep.
Go talk to the superintendent, the GC, say, hey, I'm just letting you know, and I'm documenting this. Y'all told me they'd be out of there on this date, and they're not, and we can't get in, and you're going to throw my schedule behind, and I document every freaking day you do. And when you do stuff like that, it's huge. Yeah. Helping Hands, Handyman Services, that's gold right there. Because if you're not looking at everything you do and anything that could lead to liquidated damages, guess who's going to be paying those liquidated damages?
That's it. And it's funny because most of the small tasks are the gold to everything. It's these simple little things that we can do on a normal routine basis. It turns into gold later. It really does, especially if you have to backtrack. Like I used to do this when I was estimating all these projects and stuff. Well, guess what? They go through many rounds. Sometimes it takes a year that you're going on the same project. but I kept detailed notes so that I could quickly, oh, we're back on this project. Okay, well, which project is it? I'd pull up my notes, I'd start reading. It's like, oh, yeah, I remember this job. It would quickly bring me right back on track to where I was. That's what a journal's for. Just reading what you did that day, it's going to help you remember what was going on and put you back in that area so that you can recall all the other information too.
And guys, you can't remember everything.
No.
I wish we could, but I'll tell you what, especially if you think you're going to wait till the end of the job and now you're going to come up with your change order list, you don't even know what you did a month ago, more or less 6 months ago. And they add up. You know, look, I know we talk a lot about safety, but guys, this pertains to safety too, because a lot of times they don't have an area for you to work in. Maybe you've got to put up guardrails. Maybe you've got to bring in scaffolding. Maybe you've got to do things that put you out of your normal safety zone. You got to do something else, but come up with something. And if you've got to do stuff like that, document it, make sure you're covered.
Yeah, it's like I always say, plan the work and work the plan. Well, when you can't work the plan, you need to document why
Boy,
not.
isn't that
You
true?
know,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I love thinking of that. Yeah, that's a good one.
Guys, look, we get to do what we do because I really started doing YouTube just about almost 8 years ago now, 7.5 years ago. And I did it because I got tired of getting ripped off by marketing companies. And I talk about marketing companies all the time. Most of them suck. I talked to a buddy of ours, Abraham, yesterday, and he said, Roger, look, they don't do what they say. They're not making my phone ring. I'm not getting the calls. I'm not doing this. It's tough. And I got tired of it. And I tell people all the time, imagine driving down the road, throwing $47,000 cash out the window and knowing that when you get to the office, your phones were not going to be ringing. That's where I was. And that's a tough place to be in. If you are literally doing everything you can to grow a business and the marketing people you hire to help make your phone ring don't do their job, it sucks because they're not cheap. They want a lot of freaking money. And I'm constantly building monies to try to grow my stuff, to make it look better, to get more calls, to get more attention. Same thing y'all are doing. So I walked into a social media conference because I thought, look, if I can't control the marketing, I can at least control the social media. We can do that in-house. Mm-hmm. And we do. We still do. But the good thing about it is I walked into this conference, discovered this new thing called YouTube. And actually, I discovered two things. I discovered speaking and YouTube. And it's like, which one do I do? Which one do I want to do?
What'd you pick with?
Well, both. But I started with YouTube. And guys, literally, I sat down on the plane. There's nobody next to me, so I've got 2 tray tables folded down. I've got my laptop, my iPad, my notebook, and then all these little notebooks that they give you to take notes on.
He's not kidding you.
No, I had it all down. I'm like, okay, which one do I want to do? Where do I want to start? And I really thought speaking might be good. And I even think about it today. If I'd have learned to speak better before I started doing YouTube, would my YouTube have grown even better? And a lot of people say no, because it wouldn't have been you.
Yeah, that's
It'd have been a rehearsed you.
Yep.
Now, I think that I speak pretty good now. I love going and speaking on stages. It's amazing. But I learned it after I started doing YouTube. Guys, if you want to learn to use YouTube, you can use it to grow your business, your industry, your profession. But you can grow your business. And everybody says, well, I can't do it because we don't have all the fancy cameras you've got. Okay, I didn't start with that. I started sitting at my desk yelling at a laptop because I didn't have a microphone. And people laugh at that. But God is, I remember I'm backing up, getting further away. And I'm like, okay, so what you want to do is, and guys, that's what I was doing. But that's how I started YouTube. And if you want to start YouTube, go check out my free webinar. It's justmattroger.com. And it just kind of walks you through the beginning saying, look, you don't need all that stuff. We all want to make more money. We all want to make more time. We all want to leave a legacy. You know, I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I said, you know what? Brandy and Mandy's kids will be able to watch me on YouTube one day. They're going to say, that was Papa. Be like, man, he looks young here. He looks hot. Look at him now. He looks old. I know. But you know, that's funny because you can leave a legacy. Yep. But you can do whatever you want on YouTube and get your message out there and be found for whatever you want to be found for. If you want to learn more about that, go check out justmettroger.com. Now, if you've got a business, if you're a residential service provider, if you are a business that makes money off people's homes, to helping them out, anything at all like that, what you can do is join a best practice group. And some of these best practice groups are a cookie cutter. You're going to go in and lay down. They're going to shape you like every other cookie in there. It's normally not why people start their own businesses. So if you want a business operating system to help you grow your business and get your business in a position to make money and not have to work extra time just to try to build all these systems and processes they want you to build, take and improve the systems and processes that are already done and make them work for you. And if you're already part of a best practice group and they've got you handcuffed because of the logo, the brand, everything you do, say, your price book, they're like, well, all that's ours. So you can leave, but leave all that behind. Probably not a good best practice group to be in. So if you want to learn about a business operating system that works for you, go check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com. It may be exactly what you're looking for.
That's it. And everybody, we'd like to thank LeakPro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks. Because, guys, leaks don't wait. Neither should you. Neither do your customers. Yeah. LeakPro, man, we offer a 2-day training here. And it will equip you with all the skills to be able to diagnose and solve slab leaks, water leaks just underground, even determine where a sewer system's leaking, guys.
That's great.
You've got to get a complete kit. It's the business in a box, guys. That's what I tell everybody. And it really is. It comes with both pieces of equipment that I build. I build a probe T-handle style with a stainless steel rod, which is super durable for probing in and out of the ground. That's what we prefer for that meter to the home service, irrigation lines, anything just underground. But if you go inside or you've got a leak under a driveway, sidewalk, patio, you're going to want the sidekick that comes in that complete kit. It's got an aluminum rod. It's a little more comfortable sticking into the back of cabinets, even whenever they have a ton of crap in the way.
And I've been there.
Yeah, me too. Like everybody asks, why'd you leave that rod so long? It's like, so you don't have to actually get all the way into the cabinet. And they're like, oh my gosh, that's genius. It's like, yeah, that's why. But guys, check out the complete kit at our website, leak.pro. But guys, don't just settle on the equipment. I offer that 2-day in-person training, like I said. Come out here. I'll teach you how to locate the lines using a locator. Then we'll use LeakPro to pinpoint locate leaks under a slab. You'll learn our full process to take that 130,000 square inch slab and be able to tell me the exact square inch you think it is. It's going to be in the hole every single time within those 2 days. But also, I'll teach you how to go to a clean out outside of a home and determine exactly where a sewer system's leaking. So give me a call at 1-8888-LEAK-PRO. Because, guys, one of the first guys I trained, I did 3 kits, 3 guys of training. It was a big investment. He recouped it the next week, the first day back to work, because they went out, they were able to locate a leak, sold some more stuff because they're a good company, sold a job that paid for the whole thing in a day. So don't be scared to make that investment sometimes, guys, because when you add a specialty, it really does create a lot of opportunities for you. So give me a call if this is something you want to add to your business at 1-8888-LEAK-PRO, or you can check out our website, leak.pro, and book me for a Zoom call.
And guys, look, if you want to stop losing jobs to the detection companies that also own plumbing companies, start keeping that revenue in-house, and LeakPro is the way. And Randy's not bringing you out here training you. Randy's bringing here making you a leak detector. You come out with a skill. You come out with a complete skill that literally some people walk in and are like, man, I had no idea I could do this. He said, you made it easy. It's like, I know. I've trained on the East Coast. I've trained on the West Coast. I've trained here. I've trained all around the country. I probably have more leak detection training than anybody other than maybe you. You work on it every day.
Getting close, yeah.
So, but the cool thing is, guys, you come in a plumber, you walk out a leak detector, and it's amazing.
Yep.
All right, all trades. The curse of other people's change orders.
Yes. One of the biggest killers of profit, guys, scope creep. Especially when it's somebody else's change order. Okay. It's happened to me a lot. Mechanical crews, they get told to cut holes. Electricians to reroute conduits. Plumbers have to shift some runs. Nobody pays for it.
Yeah.
Okay. The solution is very simple and often skipped. It's just like we were talking earlier. Don't wait till the end of the job
I know.
to keep this journal. Document your exclusions in the contract.
And
Things you're doing.
we talk about this all the time.
We talk about these things all the time, guys. This is just a refresher for Friday, baby. Document all your exclusions.
Yeah.
What do you have in your bid and what don't you?
You know what? Somebody out there right now is working on an estimate.
Yeah. And they're not putting any
Putting their exclusions in, and it's going to bite them on the
Yeah.
right, you know where.
That's it. Submit your RFIs before the work happens. For all you superintendents, don't just do it because the GC asked you to do it. No, get the change order approved before you actually do the work, before you reroute the line, before you make all the big changes. And hold weekly scope reviews with all the trades. Make sure, like especially small projects, it's so easy to grab every trade and who's doing what, who's covering this, you know which parts, cores, things like that. We cover it all the time on here. But there was a contractor that recently ate $50K because they didn't log the changes properly. And don't let that be you. If it's your job to track the money, make sure that you are getting paid for every single thing that gets done on the job. Not, oh, sure, we got you. And don't get me wrong. If it's something small, you can do that, scratch your back so they can scratch you yours because you do need that good relationship with your GC.
Yep, you got to have it.
You got to have that. So I do understand that. But guys, don't let it bite you in the butt. You've got to document everything. And those freebies that you do, keep you a side log of everything that you did to scratch their back so that you do have some documentation of it later.
You guys, if you're not doing things like that, it will cost you. I promise you.
So
it
bad.
will. All right. I like that name, Yitzy Braun. Be on time, no headaches.
That's what I'm talking about.
Always.
Early is on time.
Yeah. Helping Hands Handyman Services. Are you making decent revenue from YouTube? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we make good revenue.
That's why he
from
gets to do
YouTube.
it.
That's why we get to do what we do. The Faster Clips. I'm thinking about being a plumber or electrician. Which one do you think is a better option? I'm going to tell you plumbing. It's what I did. I shot a video this morning about becoming an electrician. Look, electricians die from electricity sometimes. It doesn't happen often. You always try to work safe no matter what trade you're in. But I never liked the idea of getting shocked. I just don't like that at all. I didn't. It
And then here,
never floated my boat.
Because you asked between plumber and electrician. Let me give you his normal answer. The one that you prefer that makes you the happiest. Now I know
where
that
you'll
you love
make the
plumbing,
most money, and it's true.
he does, and that's it. It's honestly the one that you enjoy the most. That's the one you're gonna want to get up and put your boots on every day to go out and do. That's how you need to think about what trade to get in.
And the Faster Clips, the reason is that is something that if you love doing it, you're going to want to learn more about it.
Yep.
You're going to want to get better at it. If it's something you hate, you're going to be like, you know what? It's just a job. It's a paycheck.
care.
That's all it is. I show up. I'm a tool. I show up, pull me out at 8 o'clock, give me a 30-minute break in the middle, put me up at 4:30, and I walk off and I never think about it again. Till
Okay,
tomorrow
welder.
morning. Yeah, I know. But that's exactly what it is.
That's right. That's it.
Okay. So that
Yeah.
is a big, big deal.
Yeah. They're both good trades.
They're both
honestly,
good trades.
they are both good trades.
And really, it gets down to one simple thing. Do you know how to use a broom? Because if
Hey,
you
that's
do,
true.
you can't be a welder.
You can't
They
be an
will fire
electrician.
you.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can't be an
No
electrician, not a welder.
electricians.
They
You can
will
operate in the
fire
room.
you. The Faster Clip says, do you like getting dirty?
I think both do.
I was fixing to say, yeah, that,
I've worked
that
in
doesn't
trenches next
resolve
to
either one of them.
electricians.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, whenever I was doing quality control at Parkland, the electricians had more stuff underground than we did. I mean, power banks, duct banks going from here to there.
Is what's when you really worry is whenever they come drag you down. They're like, "Hey, you got a leak," and it's like, "No, that's conduit. That's electrical. I have nothing to do with that."
Yeah. Well, and guys, look, back to the documentation and everything. A contractor recently, man, they lost 50 grand because they did not log their changes properly. Don't forget about that.
Yeah.
And then number two, don't let that be you. I mean, if you got 50 grand to lose, come to Dallas. I'll take you up to Choctaw. We'll go have fun with it. I'm just saying.
Hey, we'll just go to Vegas.
Well, we can do that too.
I mean,
Yeah,
we can meet you in
Vegas.
50, no
We can
problem.
meet you in
We'll
Vegas.
have a good time.
Okay, laws and licenses. Refrigeration license. Reciprocity is on the horizon. Guys, this is big for a lot of HVAC people.
It's really good news here, guys, because they truly are kind of thinking of a national license agreement. God, for HVAC. Wouldn't that
Have
be
they
cool?
been
Like,
listening to me?
I
I'm
hope
just
so.
saying.
I hope
They should
so.
be if they ain't.
We drop this seed all the time, and not just for HVAC. We want it for all the trades.
MEP National Board. Think about it.
But I kind of like this. And guys, there's states like Texas, Florida, Nevada. They are exploring reciprocity agreements to honor licenses across the borders. And they're trying to get other states involved in this too.
So good.
Okay? Because the idea here, it's to ease the labor shortages and allow techs to move a little more freely. If there's more work in this state going on right now, guess what? We can get from the state that's getting a little slow. It's okay. People, a lot of tradespeople love to travel. Whether it's they hate their families and don't want to be at home and love to be away from that, or whatever it is. We've all got your
See the
different
world.
story to see the world. One of my favorites, to go out and explore all the foods everywhere. It's one of my favorite things to do is go check out all the little hole in the walls. Because it's funny because I talked to a lot of people from a lot of places and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you ate that place? Really?"
You started doing that when you went to Midland to work.
All
It's
the
like,
time.
oh my God, got some great restaurants up here.
And bumped a good one the other day. And I'm like, "Oh man, this place." And they're like, "Yeah, that's the exact place
Yep.
sometime. Oh my gosh, you went there." And it's like, yeah, I try everything. I love to do that. But not everybody loves it. Okay. Unions, they're worried about diluted standards.
Okay, no, wait a minute. I want to jump in here.
Yep.
Who do you think travels more than anybody?
Union guys, I know.
But they want to talk about diluted standards, but they've got piss poor instructors in some places and great ones in others.
Yep.
Don't-
equals diluted
Don't throw rocks in a glass house, y'all.
Yep.
If you're going to talk crap about it, up your game.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the union training is amazing.
It is.
But I've seen some instructors that just sit on their ass and read the sports page.
I was going to say, from the good instructors, it is.
Yeah. So
The instructors that are involved.
don't talk about diluted standards. If you ain't going to fix your shit, just don't talk about anybody else's.
That's it.
But for contractors, it could cut exam costs and training redundancies. Guys, there's no point. If I've got a license in Texas, there's no reason I can't drive an hour north of Oklahoma and do plumbing.
Yep.
Water still runs downhill,
That's it.
no matter what.
That's it. Hey,
Unless
guys.
it's pumped. I know that. Don't argue with me.
Yeah, baby. But this, like for you HVAC guys, this really matters as this A2L refrigerants are actually becoming the norm. And there's more cross-state work that's actually needed because everybody's going to have to adjust and make this transition to make everything more efficient. And we love that. Let's get this reciprocity going so that we can just go install anywhere we need to and put the work in. And that's what I don't get here.
And I love this because what I love most about it is, the natural disasters, the hurricanes, the floods, the fires. And they're happening all across the country, guys. And when America needs people, it needs people. And I do. I love the reciprocity agreement. I like even the better opportunity for a national board, an MEP board, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. Make it where we can all cross the borders. To me, man, that's when we do things great. Jump in the comments real quick. Helping Hands says, of all the trades I cover, plumbing is by far the trade that I fell in love with. Absolutely. So LOL, bro says, I definitely try the Chinese buffet everywhere I go. That Mexican tortas.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, everybody puts their spin on them.
Mexican tortas, that's one of my favorites. Yeah, like
But our thing is always, what's the best steak restaurant? What's the best Mexican restaurant? What's the best pizza place?
I know I got to take you to a new one.
Yeah, here,
In
local
Vegas.
Oh.
No.
Oh, I'm gonna say because we found a good one in Vegas.
I know. No, I know. And then I went out
like
Saturday night.
Like an Italian pizza deli.
Then I went out Saturday night.
Down the Fairmont Street.
Yeah, man. Yeah, found some good pizza down there too.
Good deal. Yeah. All right, we're gonna roll into business trainings, turning SOPs into micro learning.
Yep. Most of your standard operating procedures end up as dust-covered binders that nobody reads. Okay? Forward-thinking contractors, they're breaking them down into bite-sized micro-learning modules. 2 or 3 minute videos or quizzes. And it's something I was actually talking about this morning, how tedious it is to go through and write an SOP and everything. Well, guys, I've been working in this world for the last 3 years. Film a video. It is so quick and easy to run through everything instead of writing this big, long standard operating procedure.
Bullet point it, and then go through and talk about each bullet. Tell everything you know about it. Do a brain dump. Boom. Brain dump. Boom. Brain dump. Boom. You're good.
That's it. I can listen to that a few times versus reading through the SOP one time and retain way more quicker. And I love this. It's not something I would have thought about 3 years ago, guys. I didn't. I sat there with a notebook, writing down every single thing I had to do, what color, where, all the stuff. Draw diagrams so that I knew it. I could have taken pictures and just filmed a video and done it, and then no big deal. You can put QR codes on equipment that link right to the training for that piece of equipment.
Especially if it's that video.
That's it.
They're standing right in front of it, and you're talking to them. It's like, wow, what a better way to learn.
Boom. Engagement goes up also, especially with the younger generation, guys. Studies show 70% higher retention compared to the paper manuals. And most of you guys aren't reading the paper manual anyway.
No.
Not everything. Maybe the gist. That's what they want. But there was a contractor that cut training time by 40% just by using some SOPs in micro learning lessons instead.
I love this. I mean, look, I know I do video, but it's because I can learn from video. I learn so much more from video than I do watching. I listen to audiobooks driving down the road, which is great. I love hearing it. And sometimes I'll have to stop and back up because video, my eyes saw something else. I'm just saying, man, guys, if you want to train your people, this is the way to do it.
Yeah.
And it's a great way to do it. Helping Hands says, in case you're wondering, I pushed the morning back to watch the whole episode today. Happy freaking Friday to you, brother.
Buddy. It is FOF. I love it.
Now we're going to talk about vehicles and dash cam adoptions.
Yep.
There's safety and liability case studies that kind of prove that dash cams might be something worth having.
Yeah. And I wanted to bring this up because I thought about it the other day. We were riding in an Uber and, you had one. And I thought about it. Now these things are affordable. It's like, you know what? I probably should just put one on my personal vehicle just to have for if something happens. But guys, dash cams are actually saving contractors millions. There's so many people that try to wreck into commercial vehicles so that they can get their payday.
Wait. There's a reason. Every attorney ad says, are you hit by a commercial vehicle? Because if so, call me. We've won people billions of dollars.
That's it.
And guys, if you're a contractor and you're not listening to that and thinking, what can I do to protect myself?
That's right.
I've had people jerk over in front of me and slam on their brakes.
Yep. I've had it. Multiple
I push my
times.
accelerator down. Not really, but it should.
I do. I swerve and go around it and try to get as far away as quickly as possible. But then here they come.
Yeah.
Like
Again,
dummies. Like
trying to get a second shot at you.
Guess what though? If you got a dash cam, that's gonna protect your driver against the false claims.
I even like the front and the back one.
Me too.
Because when you can show that car's racing to get, I mean, it's like look what this.
goofball.
Dweed, D-W-E-E-D, you figured out. See what this dweed was doing? They protect drivers against false claims.
Yeah.
You can get lower insurance premiums. And they can double as coaching tools because now you can pull those videos and say, look, this is Randy avoiding an accident.
Yep. And look at what he had to go through to try to prevent it. Like, it's ridiculous because I had to kind of endanger us to be able to keep us as safe as possible, as stupid as that sounds.
And it may be getting to a parking lot where you can just pull over and park and say, you know what?
Just get away
You
from
go
them.
away.
That's it. And I was in HOV tunnel, so there was nowhere to go, but I hit that next available exit to get it out and away from them completely. You have to. But there's a contractor out there. They afforded a $250,000 settlement when their footage cleared the driver. Do you know how quick a case gets thrown out when you've got a video that shows who they're representing acting a fool and trying to create the whole thing? And then it's like, what do you want to do? Oh yeah, let's settle this out of court. Yeah, I bet. Toss that out. Bye. We're done because we've got proof. And that's what made me think about it. It's like, look, maybe worth having one on your personal vehicle to help save. Don't show the insurance company you're fast driving though. Newer models, guys, can detect drowsiness or your phone use so that all that's logged into it also, so that you've got proof you weren't on your phone. Nothing was happening. You weren't distracted. You weren't tired. Now, don't get me wrong. Of course, you're going to have some privacy concerns. But whenever you communicate this properly to how it's going to protect your drivers, not try to get in all their privacy of what they do all day, every day. No, that's not what we're using this for. Dash cams can create safer drivers and safer companies, guys. So if you don't have them in your vehicles, it is definitely 2025 and it is time to start thinking about it because it can truly save you a lot in the big long run.
And you know, you're looking at the invasion of privacy, and I get it, I understand it. But guys, here's the deal. This company's trying to protect the company. They're trying to protect every employee and every employee's family. My thought is, if you're like, hey, I don't want y'all looking in my cab while I'm driving, then don't drive my vehicle. I'm sorry, but it's like computers, you know? We can go into any computer we've got and look at history and look at what people are searching, where they're at. Why were they searching bridesmaid dresses at 10 o'clock in the morning when they're supposed to be working? And guys, every company can do that. They get to look inside the cab of that vehicle because it's their vehicle. They've got a $100,000 investment right there. It's theirs. It's just, again, we go back to the stewardship. That vehicle was handed to you. Be a good steward of the vehicle. Take good care of it. And if you do things like this, you'll be really happy. All right, we're going to roll over into social media. And this is something that we kind of talk about a whole lot. Fair Plumber. So today's spotlight goes to Fair Plumber over on YouTube. Now, what makes them stand out? Well, transparency is a big deal. They break down what a fair plumbing bid looks like. DIY versus pro, line by line. And homeowners eat it up because it feels honest. Tradespeople respect it because there's no fluff. It is what it is. And I remember seeing a plumber friend of mine make a post one day. He said, here's my bid, and it's a professional bid printed out. Here's the other bid. It was on a freaking paper towel, and it looked like it was written in crayon.
Yep.
There's no comparison. And they said, hey, this other guy will do it for $150 less. Will you match his price? It's like, no, I've got that much money invested in my software. If you want a model for building trust with content, Fair Plumber is a great place to start looking.
All right, guys, check this out. This is something he's in here talking about all the time that you can do out here. In this channel, we will be sharing videos and content related to the plumbing industry. We'll be sharing the experiences of our plumbers and some of the tough jobs that they come across in the field. I'm always saying, if you're a plumber out there, you can go in, or any trade, going showing the work that you do. Well, this plumbing company is showing the dirty jobs that they deal with and how their crews handle it and do stuff. So
Now you can go back to about
something good. No,
I made it a little bigger.
started it back in 2020. 321 subscribers, over 1 million views. And guys, if you notice, the company is The Fair Plumber. Finally, quality made affordable. Okay, let's go in here to videos. We're going to start there just like we normally do. And let's kick back to the oldest real quick.
Now, do me a favor. Click on the round picture. It doesn't make it bigger. Okay, I thought that it used to do that.
Oh.
Okay.
They started, guys, it's a job. Elmhurst sewer repair part 1. And it's a multi-part, 3-part. Yep, there's the final. It's them showing off a job. Now, not a lot of views. That's fine. Most of the views they got probably from the area, from the
SEO videos
from
right
the
there.
Elmhurst neighborhood. I'm assuming is what that is. And guess what? That's how you get found in your areas. People do search some of this stuff, and this is showing off the tough jobs that they deal with.
You know what's great? And look, I mean, this is 5 years, 5 years, 5 years.
Yep.
So these are oldest.
This
We
is
know
all the
that.
oldest. Yep.
But Elmhurst sewer repair, if that's being found 125 times, that's probably 125 people in Elmhurst looking for this.
Yep.
And if that turns into 125 customers in 5 years, guys, that's not bad. That's 25 customers a year.
That's it.
That's a customer every other week that was found on YouTube for free. Other than making a video. I get it.
Water heater installation. Here's the things that we do. Here's how we come in and replace your water. Here's how we work in your home. You get to show off the work that you do as a service company
So good.
so that people know what to expect. Now, this is the old stuff. Let's go to popular. All right. A little short here. Big rods, clear clogs. Okay. Using a rod machine, getting it cleared out. Got roots.
And every time I see stuff, I think of EPL. Every
know it.
plumber loves solutions.
Me too.
Guys, if y'all ain't ever checked that out, check it out. EPL Solutions. It's a
EPL
website.
Solutions.
They got the greatest tools.
Yep. Got plumber, having some fun. And I love that. Because, guys, nobody knows what we do.
Right.
For the most part, they know we're in construction. Yep. They're plumbers. They deal with crap all day. No, they deal with way more than that. They do hydrojetting, showing lead water line replacement, things like that. Showing projects they're working on and doing. And this is how he started on his plumbing channel, was
All the little steps.
showing what we do, trying to help homeowners fix some of their stuff. I haven't seen any of those here yet, but this is them showing off the work they're doing for others. And I feel like a lot of people used to gripe at you about, why would you make that video?
Oh, all the time.
We make
Plumbers
so
mainly.
much money
Yeah.
doing that. It's like,
You're taking
dude,
money out of our pockets.
why
Well,
do
if
you want to go in there and hook up
A flapper.
the flapper
I know.
chain again? And, I fixed your toilet. Pay me up. No, come on.
Yep. But some people like making money that way.
Some people enjoy it. Latest, Fair Plumber, high quality plumbing services that you can trust. Sewer drain repairs, things like this. Look at some of the nasty stuff they pull out, guys. And that's what you get to do with social media, is teach people what we do. Kick over here to shorts real quick.
And I'll tell you, some of these sound like a video sales ad. That they do.
Some do.
I didn't do that. I just talked about, look, how can I bring you value? Now, they could always see my company. They could always see my shirt. They could always see the banner behind me. They could see something. We got calls off it. I never tried to sell. Now, this sounds like some of these they're trying to sell, which is
That's
okay.
good. Yep.
Some people do that, which is good. You got to choose what you want to do. But, man, they've got 1 million views.
That's it.
What if that led to 1% of the customer? What if that led to 10,000 new customers in 5 years?
And guys,
I could handle that.
they only have 320 subscribers with over a million.
You don't have
views.
to be big. I talk about it all the time.
That's it. And that's why I wanted to pull this one up. And I'm going to try to pull up some of these smaller channels that I find and stumble across, where it's these companies doing it. Why? They're promoting what they do, and that is what we love talking about in here is promote your company, promote yourself, in the work that you do and the work that you put in on a daily basis.
And when you do that, it pays off. All right, let's wrap up with best practices. And this is brought to you by Residential Service Professionals. Crew scorecards are a powerful way to track productivity, safety, and teamwork. Now, you measure the job completion times. And we talk about that. Track every ticket, break every ticket down. Well, we've built a business operating system that will do that for you. Track the callbacks. Even track safety incidents. Now, hopefully there are none, but they do happen sometimes. When it's rolled out fairly, it drives accountability and healthy competition. And we love competition in the trades, I'm telling you. One contractor boosted their margins 12% just by introducing scorecards to spotlight inefficiencies. And at Residential Service Professionals, we've got frameworks, we've got tools, we have a complete business operating system ready-made to plug into your company. And if you'll do it, if you'll use it, if you'll implement it, people ask me all the time about the conference I went to. They said, Roger, there were 6,000 people at that conference. You walked out and did amazing things. How come? I said, I implemented. That's all it is. Check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com. It can help you grow your business the way you want to grow it, not the way the big best practice group wants you to grow it. We've taken a lot of those things, but we've implemented it into a system that's yours, not theirs. We want you to build your company, not their company. So go check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com. And like I said, look what they're doing on YouTube. They're doing it because it works, guys. If you look at what you know, look at your niche, your industry, your profession, what could you do to literally change that? What could you do to get your company found better? Well, I found out that it was YouTube, and we started doing YouTube. I found out about YouTube literally on March 1st. First week of April, we're putting up 3 videos a week every single week. And it's a lot. It is. And it was a lot because really it was me and my stepson. And he worked his tail off for it. But guys, when you start doing this, you start getting calls. It starts growing. We're talking about the slab leak and sewer leak. I made a video about why I'm not the cheapest plumber in town. How many of y'all have balls enough to make that video? Hey, I'm not the cheapest. Never wanted to be. I don't compete on price.
Yep.
If you want to be the cheapest person in town, I feel for you. Change your mindset. Become the best. So I learned how to get that information out on YouTube, and it helped our company explode. It helped me explode on YouTube. If you want to find out more about it, go to justmattroger.com. I made a free webinar just for you. Go check it out.
That's it. And everybody, we'd also like to thank LeakPro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks. They let us come in here, hang out, talk trades for an hour each and every day, Monday through Friday, except major holidays or crazy travel. But at LeakPro, we manufacture the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. And guys, I always suggest the complete kit. It's what I call the business in a box. It comes with both pieces of equipment that we build, that probe for your outdoor underground stuff, irrigation lines, meter to the home water services, stuff like that, or anything feeding an outbuilding. If there's concrete, though, you've got a leak under a slab, under that driveway, the home's on a slab, you're going to want the sidekick that comes in that complete kit. It's got the aluminum rod, which eliminates that layer of concrete so that you can hear the leak underneath. So check out the complete kit at our website, leak.pro. But guys, don't just settle on the equipment. If you don't know how to do leak detection, come spend a couple days with me. I offer a 2-day in-person training where I'll teach you how to locate the lines, pinpoint locate leaks under a slab, outside of a slab, even how to go to the clean out outside of a home and determine where a sewer system's leaking. So if this interests you and you want to add leak detection in-house to your plumbing company, or you're a plumber and your boss needs it, tell them to check it out. Give me a call if you want to, 1-8888-LEAK-PRO, or you can check out the website, leak.pro, and they can book me for a Zoom call there. Let's talk about the equipment or the training and how you can bring leak detection in-house. Quit losing those jobs.
Yeah, look, man, we appreciate y'all being here today. We appreciate the fact that we get to do this every day. And Helping Hand Handyman Services is a seriously great topic. Look, we put together amazing topics to talk about each and every day. And we do this so that it brings you value. You understand more about your industry, your niche, your business, your trade, your profession. We love having y'all here. So we do this every day. Come back and we will see you on Monday. Whatever you do out there today, do it safe, but have fun.
Everybody, happy freaking Friday. Just remember, it's Friday afternoon. Stay focused. Don't get injured. Most accidents happen Friday afternoon or Monday morning. I appreciate you showing up today. I hope you have a great weekend ahead. See y'all Monday, guys. Get out there and hit it effing hard. You know we will. Bye.
See you guys.